Imagine walking through an old collection, opening a forgotten box, and discovering a small piece of metal that has been sitting silently for decades, while the world around it completely changed. Most people would look at an old coin and see nothing more than a piece of history. But experienced collectors know something different. Sometimes the smallest coins can carry the biggest stories. Hidden inside old mint marks, rare production years, unusual conditions, and forgotten details are treasures that many people overlook every single day. And today we are uncovering 3 ultra-rare coins that have captured the attention of collectors and treasure hunters around the world. These are not ordinary coins. These are pieces of history with incredible journeys, mysterious backgrounds, and collector demand that continues to create excitement in today's market. So stay with me until the end, because the final coin on this list has a story that proves one important truth. A coin does not have to be large to become legendary. Welcome back to American Coin Secrets, your source for fascinating coin discoveries, rare treasures, and freshly updated coin stories every day. Now, let's uncover the first hidden treasure. First up, deep inside the world of coin collecting, there are coins that become famous because of their size, coins that become famous because of their age, and then there are coins that become fascinating because of the incredible story hidden behind a simple design. The Germany 10 Pfennig from 1971, with the J mint mark, is one of those coins that reminds collectors that true excitement in numismatics is not always found in the biggest or oldest pieces. Sometimes it is found in the small details that most people never notice. A tiny letter, a specific year, a historic production period, and a connection to a country's economic and cultural journey. At first glance, this coin may appear simple. It does not have the dramatic appearance of an ancient gold coin or a massive historical medal. But collectors understand that appearances can be misleading. Behind this small German coin is a story connected to the era of West Germany, a period when coins represented stability, everyday commerce, and the rebuilding of a nation's economic identity after the challenges of the 20th century. The 10 Pfennig denomination was an important part of daily life. Millions of people handled these coins for everyday purchases, carrying them in pockets, wallets, and purses. But time changes everything. Coins that were once common objects can become fascinating collector pieces when specific factors come together. The 1971 J issue carries the famous J mint mark, representing the Hamburg Mint, one of Germany's historic mints with a long tradition of producing coins. The Hamburg Mint has roots stretching back centuries, and its mint mark has become an important identifying feature for collectors who study German coinage. This small letter on the coin is not just a symbol. To collectors, it is a fingerprint. It connects the coin to a specific production facility and a specific chapter of German minting history. The composition of this coin also tells an interesting story. The 10 Pfennig coin was produced using a durable copper-plated steel composition, a practical choice designed for everyday circulation. The combination of metal, design, and manufacturing techniques reflects the economic realities of the time. On the front side, collectors recognize the traditional German oak branch design, a symbol strongly associated with strength, endurance, and national identity. The reverse carries the denomination and design elements that made this coin instantly recognizable to people living in Germany during that period. But what truly makes collectors pay attention is not only the design. It is the combination of date, mint mark, condition, and rarity factors that create collector interest. And this is where the story becomes much more exciting. Because in the world of rare coins, condition can completely transform the importance of a piece. 2 coins can come from the same year and have the same design, but their collector appeal can be dramatically different. A heavily worn example tells the story of circulation. A better preserved example tells the story of survival. Every scratch, every mark, and every detail can influence how collectors view the coin. A coin that remained protected for decades carries a different level of fascination because it represents a piece of history that escaped the normal path of everyday use. For collectors searching through European coins, the 1971 J Germany 10 Pfennig attracts attention because of its specific characteristics and the demand created around examples in desirable condition. The rare coin market is built around one powerful idea. The right coin, in the right condition, at the right moment, can become something truly remarkable. And that is why collectors carefully examine every detail. They look at the sharpness of the design. They study the surfaces. They check the level of preservation. They compare examples from collections and auctions. Because sometimes the difference between an ordinary coin and a highly desirable collectible is hidden in details that most people would never notice. This is exactly why serious collectors never ignore small coins. A tiny piece of metal can carry decades of history. It can travel through generations. It can survive when countless others disappear. And when collectors recognize those qualities, interest can rise quickly. Now comes the moment many collectors want to know. For a Germany 10 Pfennig 1971 J in fine condition, the current market value being discussed for this described example is approximately $60,000. This level of collector value shows why rare coin enthusiasts continue searching through old collections, inherited coin boxes, and forgotten albums. A coin that once represented everyday currency can become a remarkable collectible when rarity, demand, and condition come together. However, remember that professional authentication and accurate grading are extremely important in the rare coin world. The final value of any coin depends on verified condition, authenticity, and current collector demand. The excitement of this hobby comes from discovery. Collectors are not only searching for metal, they are searching for stories. They are searching for history. They are searching for the possibility that a forgotten coin could become the centerpiece of a collection. For anyone interested in collecting coins like this, the biggest lesson is simple. Never judge a coin only by its appearance. Always check the date. Always check the mint mark. Always study the condition. And always learn the history behind what you own. Because sometimes the smallest details create the biggest discoveries. This is what makes coin collecting such an incredible journey. Every coin has a past. Every mark has a meaning. And every collection has the possibility of holding something extraordinary. This is American Coin Secrets, where we bring you freshly updated rare coin stories and discoveries every day. Stay with us, because the next hidden treasure on our list has a completely different story, and it might surprise even experienced collectors. Next up, there are moments in the world of coin collecting when a small discovery creates a huge wave of excitement. A collector opens an old album. A forgotten box is moved from a shelf. A family collection is examined after many years. And suddenly, a simple-looking coin begins to reveal a story that has been hidden for decades. This is exactly why experienced collectors never ignore coins from the past. Because behind every date, every mint mark, and every tiny detail, there could be a remarkable journey waiting to be uncovered. And today's second treasure takes us back to another fascinating chapter of German coin history. A coin that may look ordinary at first glance, but carries the identity of a historic mint, a unique era, and a collector story that continues to attract attention. This is the Germany 10 Pfennig from 1969 with the D mint mark. A small coin, a powerful history, and a piece that reminds collectors that true value often begins with understanding the story behind the metal. During the late 1960s, Germany was experiencing a period of major economic growth and transformation. The coins circulating during this era were not just objects used for everyday transactions. They were part of the daily lives of millions of people. They traveled through shops, markets, businesses, and homes. They were touched by countless hands. They became silent witnesses to an important period of modern German history. The 10 Pfennig denomination played a familiar role in everyday commerce. For many people, this coin was simply a practical piece of currency. But decades later, collectors began looking at these coins through a different lens. They were no longer just spending money. They became historical pieces, and this is where the story of the 1969D issue becomes fascinating. The letter D on this coin represents the Munich Mint, one of Germany's oldest and most respected minting facilities. For collectors, mint marks are not just small letters. They are clues. They reveal where a coin was created, connecting it to a specific place, a specific production process, and a specific moment in history. The Munich Mint has a long tradition of producing German coinage. and coins carrying its mark continue to interest collectors who study the details of German numismatics. The composition of this 1969D Germany 10 Pfennig reflects the practical engineering of the period. This coin was designed for durability and everyday circulation, using a copper-plated steel composition that allowed it to withstand years of handling. But every coin has a journey. Some disappear, some become damaged, some are lost forever, and some survive. Those survivors are the ones that create excitement among collectors. The design of the coin carries classic German symbolism. The oak branch featured on German coinage represents strength, endurance, and tradition. The denomination design reflects the practical simplicity of the era, showing how everyday currency can become a historical record over time. But the true excitement comes when collectors examine the condition. Condition is one of the most important factors in determining collector interest. A coin that spent decades exposed to daily circulation tells one story. A coin that preserved its details tells another. The sharper the design elements, the clearer the surfaces, and the stronger the overall appearance, the more attention the coin can receive from collectors searching for desirable examples. A fine condition example of the 1969D Germany 10 Pfennig represents a fascinating combination of history and collectability. It connects collectors with a time when Germany was moving through an important period of growth and change. And this is why serious collectors carefully study coins that many people would overlook. Because rarity is not always about something being extremely old. Sometimes rarity comes from survival. Sometimes it comes from collector demand. Sometimes it comes from a combination of historical importance and limited availability in desirable condition. The collector world is filled with stories of people who discovered overlooked coins and realized that every small detail mattered. A date, a mint mark, a condition grade, a connection to history. These details can completely change how a coin is viewed. The Germany 10 Pfennig 1969D represents exactly this kind of collector excitement. It shows that treasures do not always announce themselves. Sometimes they sit quietly, waiting for someone with knowledge and passion to recognize their importance. And now comes the moment many viewers have been waiting for. For the Germany 10 Pfennig 1969D in fine condition, the current market value being discussed for this described example is $78,000. This level of collector interest shows why rare coin enthusiasts continue searching through collections, inherited albums, and old coin holdings. A coin that once served a simple everyday purpose can become a highly sought-after collectible when collectors recognize its story, characteristics, and demand. But remember, in the world of rare coins, professional authentication and accurate grading play a major role. Market prices can vary depending on verified condition, authenticity, and collector demand at the time of sale. For collectors who discover a coin like this, the most important step is not rushing. It is learning. Study the date. Study the mint mark. Protect the condition. Research the history. Because knowledge is what transforms a simple coin into a meaningful treasure. A true collector does not only collect metal. A true collector preserves history. Every scratch can tell a story. Every design element can reveal a chapter from the past. And every rare discovery can bring a new level of excitement into the world of coin collecting. The Germany 10 Pfennig 1969D is a perfect reminder that hidden treasures can exist in the places people least expect. So the next time you look through an old collection, do not quickly pass over the small coins. The smallest pieces can sometimes hold the biggest surprises. This is American Coin Secrets, where we bring you freshly updated, rare coin discoveries, valuable coin stories, and fascinating collector secrets every day. Stay with us, because the final coin in today's countdown carries another incredible story. And the next discovery may change the way you look at old coins forever. Next up, the final treasure in today's journey takes us to a country with a deep history, a rich cultural identity, and a fascinating story written into its coins. Sometimes, the most surprising discoveries are not hidden inside enormous gold pieces or ancient treasures. Sometimes, they are hidden inside a small coin that quietly traveled through history. A coin that passed through ordinary hands. A coin that witnessed a changing world. a coin that many people may have overlooked without realizing the story it carried. And this final discovery is a perfect example of why collectors around the world continue searching, studying, and preserving coins from the past. This is the Bulgaria 5 stotinki from 1962. A small denomination, a simple appearance. But behind this coin is a story filled with history, craftsmanship, and collector fascination. The year 1962 places this coin in an important period of Bulgarian history. During this era, Bulgaria was experiencing significant social and economic changes, and its currency reflected the identity and direction of the nation at that time. Coins were not just tools for everyday transactions. They represented national symbols. They carried designs created to communicate strength, tradition, and the character of a country. The 5 stotinki denomination was part of the everyday monetary system, used by people across Bulgaria for common purchases and daily activities. Millions of coins like this entered circulation. They traveled through communities. They moved from person to person. They became part of everyday life. But as decades passed, many examples disappeared, became damaged, or were simply forgotten. And that is where collectors become interested, because the journey of a coin after it leaves the mint can become just as important as the moment it was created. The Bulgaria 5 stotinki 1962 carries the identity of Bulgarian coin production from that period. Its design reflects the artistic style and symbolism used on Bulgarian currency during the mid-20th century. The coin represents a connection to a specific historical chapter, allowing collectors to hold a physical piece of the past in their hands. The composition of the coin reflects the practical needs of circulation. Like many everyday coins from this period, it was created to be durable, affordable, and capable of surviving years of use. But time creates a fascinating transformation. A coin made for ordinary transactions can later become a collector's treasure. The same object that once had a simple purpose can eventually become something studied, preserved, and admired. Collectors pay close attention to details. They examine the design elements. They study the lettering. They inspect the surfaces. They look carefully at the condition. Because in coin collecting, small differences can create enormous changes in desirability. The condition of a coin tells a story. A heavily circulated coin shows the evidence of its journey through everyday life. A better preserved coin shows that it survived decades with important details still visible. A fine condition example of the Bulgaria 5 stotinki, 1962, represents a piece that allows collectors to appreciate both history and preservation. And this is where the excitement begins. Rare coin collecting is not only about finding something old, it is about finding something meaningful. A coin becomes fascinating when collectors recognize its historical connection, its place in a series, and the demand surrounding examples in collectible condition. The Bulgaria 5 stotinki 1962 captures the imagination because it connects the present with another era. When collectors hold a coin like this, they are not just holding metal. They are holding a story. They are holding a reminder of people, places, and moments that existed long before today. This is the magic of numismatics. Every coin has traveled through time. Every coin has a beginning. Every coin has a journey. And some coins gain a special place because collectors around the world begin to recognize their importance. The demand for interesting historical coins continues to grow as more people discover the excitement of collecting. New collectors enter the hobby every year. Experienced collectors continue searching for special pieces. And forgotten coins continue to surprise people who take the time to understand them. The biggest lesson from coins like the Bulgaria 5 stotinki 1962 is this: never judge a coin only by its size. Never assume a small denomination has a small story. And never overlook the details that make one coin different from another. Because sometimes the smallest pieces of history can create the biggest moments of discovery. Now, after exploring the history, background, design, and collector interest surrounding this coin, we arrive at the moment every treasure hunter wants to know. For the Bulgaria 5 stotinki 1962 in fine condition, the current market value being discussed for this described example is $85,000. This level of collector attention shows why rare coin enthusiasts continue searching through old collections inherited coin albums, and forgotten boxes. A coin that once represented everyday currency can become a remarkable collectible when history, condition, and collector demand come together. Of course, professional authentication and accurate grading are essential in the rare coin world. The final market value of any collectible coin depends on verified authenticity, exact condition, and current demand among collectors. For anyone building a collection, the best strategy is knowledge. Learn the history. Understand the minting details. Protect your coins carefully. And always look deeper than the surface. Because the true treasure is not only the coin itself. The true treasure is discovering the story that has been waiting inside it for decades. The Bulgaria 5 Stotinki 1962 is a powerful reminder that extraordinary discoveries can come from unexpected places. A tiny piece of metal can carry a nation's history. A small coin can create a huge collector moment. And a forgotten item can become the highlight of a collection. This is why coin collecting continues to inspire millions of people around the world. Every coin has a mystery. Every coin has a history. And every collection has the possibility of revealing something unforgettable. You have been watching American Coin Secrets, where we bring you freshly updated rare coin discoveries, valuable coin stories, and fascinating collector secrets every day. If you enjoyed this journey through 3 incredible coins, stay connected with the channel, because more hidden treasures, rare discoveries, and unbelievable coin stories are coming soon. The next coin you discover could be the one that tells the most amazing story of all.